All right, everyone. I wanted to do an update. There's a few things that have happened today. The trade war with China has reemerged. Trump threatens 100% tariffs in retaliation over China issuing export controls. The meeting that was scheduled in 2 weeks has been canceled. Gold has been signaling issues and the uncertainty. And this today was the stock's worst day since April. Also, U.S. rare earth has jumped. MP Materials being one of them. That's an in-house company that mines rare earths. And China implements strict controls, which I already said that. Those are a few key points. And I also said in the video before this about this being the time for volatility to pick up. And the reason and what kind of signaled that was this right here. This right here was kind of curling up. So I knew this is a historic volatility indicator. And normally when this starts to curl up, that means something is coming. And usually when everyone's complacent, something like this pops off. And it'd be in October and in the fall, things like this normally happen, especially after this big run we've had. But I'm not going completely bearish yet. I do see us coming down a little bit, and even a possibility of a bounce right here. And that hinges on what happens Monday. And I usually implement the 3-day rule to something like this. But there is a few stocks that I think will be winners if we do have a substantial pullback that I'll be looking at and that I'll be jumping into. This is the time when most of the money's made, is when everybody's scared, just back like in April and other times in the market back here. One true fact is the market has never seen 20% declines in the same year. So keeping that in mind, I like using historical context when thinking about the market and like historic patterns and seasonality. I always try to implement that in my trading and in my investing so that I can make better decisions. But anyways, let's get right to it. Okay, so SPY's right here. Had a pretty bearish candle. I think we're down 2 to 3%, which is nothing when compared to this. And you can kind of see back here, we actually had a candle like that, and we bounced off this 20-day average. A lot of times this average is respected, so I like to keep that in mind. I believe that's the 50. Let's look. Yeah, that's the 50-day average. So usually when we hit that, we normally get a bounce. Now, depending on how things unfold Monday and the sentiment, like I said, I normally wait a day or two. But this is an area I was looking at right around here. That would mean us breaking down through here. And I think that makes sense because that would throw a lot of people off if we come down here and have a candle look like it's going to close below it, and then it kind of change direction. But Monday I can, barring a crash, or like an event like that, I could see us retracing a little bit of this candle. And normally when we have a candle like this, we'll come back up about 50% of the range and bump it. But before I go long on something, I would like to see some action down here. Like there's some buying going on, like some back and forth. And I'll keep y'all updated as much as possible. See right here, it's a pretty strong move down. But if you look at it up here, this could also be like an A, B, C. See here, same thing over here, 3 waves. And it could just be to throw everyone off and go the opposite direction. I know my year-end targets are still high, and I still believe in that we'll finish the year strong and up past highs. Now, this is something else that I'll be watching right here. The historic volatility, and see if we're going to either start down or if we're going to go up here and hit this green line, which the green line is normally the buy line up here. But on the VIX, I'd be looking for like a 22. But it's kind of hard to predict what will happen because he's threatening 100% tariffs on China. And then we had this big candle on the VIX right here. So yeah, Monday could be, it could go either way. And I'll try to keep y'all updated, but I wanted to go over a couple stocks right here so I can kind of let you know what I'm looking at. Here's MP Materials. They mine rare earth in the United States. And off that news, you see we got a green candle here. And we kind of resetted this pattern right here. You see we got a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. We got a 3-wave correction here, and this looks like a 1, 2, 1, 2. So this could really take off right here. It's also an inverse head and shoulders right here. You got the shoulder, head, shoulder. So big moves could be ahead for this. Probably up here in the 110 and 120 range. We can get a measurement right here. Yeah, 110, 95, and then 110. I'm not sure. I think I've only got 30 minutes on this video, so I'm going to try to make this part quick. Here's crwv. It sold off a little bit, but this is one of the leaders, was one of the leaders in the rally. This is definitely something I'll be looking at. And if we sell off, I'll be looking in this area right here, 119. Plantr is another one I'm looking at. In this area at 170. Let's see. Those are the 2 tech names I'm looking at. And let's see, we'll look at Oracle and AMD and nvda. Same thing here in 275 range on Oracle. AMD is a little bit different. Since we got this gap right here, we could come down and fill half of it. So I'd wait on AMD, nvda. In the area that it's in now. This could just be a 4 right here, and then we could go higher. But it depends on the news and the sentiment that's been pushed Monday. And I'll shoot another update. I just kind of wanted to show you what stocks I was looking at, and I'll keep y'all updated. Thanks for watching.